I made these change gear studs up a little while ago, and this is the sleeve that fits over this one. I've got it held in there, but it needs, if I have to double up the change gears for getting a certain thread pitch, then I need to have them lined up with a keyway. Our whingy cat's turned up. So yeah, it's 3/16 keyway. It's a bit tight to go in these. So I've actually got to broach that one there, but I don't have broaches, so I thought I'd have a go at this. It seems to be working so far. I've just moved that, but I'm sure I can line it back up again. It seems like it. And yeah, it seems to be working quite well. All I've got to do is just a little bit of feed in, and seem to have lost my line up there somewhere. There we go. And it seems to be working. We bring you in a little bit closer for that, see if we can get a let's see how that works. Put a little bit of feed on. It's only taking a little bit each time, but I've got plenty of time. I'm not against the clock for anything, so this may take me a little while, but I did start this earlier just for practice. This is one of the, there we go, this is one of the spacers. Let's bring you out again so you can see this. That's better. Right, this is one of the spacers that I made that fit over this. It seems to have tightened that a little bit where I've broached that, but that's better. That's it, that's on. So that was one of the spacers for when I put change gears on, so it holds it. So yeah, when I put the change gear on, it holds it near the end. And these are only mild steel, and I had a go at this, and yeah, it cut it okay. It was alright. But this is, do I say it's EN8 steel? I think that's what it is. But this seems to be cutting much, much nicer. Keep moving that, don't I? Right. So yeah, this really does seem to cut a lot better than mild steel. I think that mild steel was a bit gummy like. So I'll just keep plodding on with this. And then we'll come back a bit later when I'm getting somewhere near to where I want to be. That's building up on the end there. That's the only problem. Okay, I'll bring you back a bit later. Okay, I've gone in, I've measured that depth on there as 100 thou, which should be enough for what the keyway needs. But as you can see, let's get you a better shot. That's bunched up a lot of the metal. So now I've got to go back and have a go at clearing that. So there's going to be, on the inside surface of that, there's going to be like a slope, isn't there, where each one has come back further and further and further. So it's like going through it again, but hey ho, I can do that. I suppose I ought to really put some relief at the end, but it's really kind of the first goes at this for me, so I'm still learning. Looks like I'll have to, it's starting to build up again, so I'll have to come back and do another cut, but it's alright, I've got plenty of time. Nothing's a rush for me. While I'm doing this, I'll just talk about some new change gears that I've got coming. And now I have, this was the higher end of the gears for the number of teeth, so I've actually got the 127 tooth gear now, but it's another set like the last one was, where it had a 5/8 bore and I need 3/8, and I'm not wanting to change this machine. I'd rather change the change gears. I'd rather not alter this machine too much. So I'm going to have to drill them out to 3/4. But where the previous ones were, I mean that's, get out of the way from it. That's original to machine. Let's come out. Right, that's what came with the machine, the only change gear I had, which was the 20 tooth. That's the one that I got with the second set, which is this bunch of small ones here. So that's the thin ones. And now I've got this set. So they are quite a bit thicker and I'm happier with that. But it's only from 50 tooth. Yeah, that's a 50. It's only from the 50 tooth upwards. So with the smaller ones I've got up to 60, from 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 and 65. So I've got all the lower ones in this and then all the higher ones from 50. I think there was that was 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and then for some reason there was a 76 and I didn't need that one, and then 80, 90, 100, 127. So I've actually got all the gears I need now, but they all need a little bit of modification. But anyway, there's a slight problem there. When I'm turning this, I'm sometimes knocking that lever with my that handle with my hand. I've got to be careful, and that's knocking it backwards. So this method works quite nicely. Looks as though that's twisting slightly on there, doesn't it? But it's finding the right place every time, so I didn't quite go far enough with that one. That's it. Another little thing I want to do soon, it'll be a little project, is put a dial on here, so I can see roughly how many movement, or how many thou, mil, whatever. I think I'll probably do it in thou since it's an imperial machine, or as near as I can to it. I'll try and do that, something similar. What I want to do is turn up something like that that'll sit on here and that I can twist and move around so I can find the 0 points I want, and then I'll do a similar thing for scribing it around, and I'll see if there's a way I can use change gears or the ball gear or the back gear mechanism to do the individual points. So I think I counted up that ball gear the other day, and that's something like 64 teeth, I think. And the lead screw, or the screw on the cross slide here is an 8 TPI, so that's every turn is 1/8 of an inch. So if I do it in thou, I want 125. So 64 on there is a bit, yeah. Couldn't even do 2 thou, could I? Wouldn't work, would it? Yeah, I'll figure something out. I'll have a think about it and see what we're going to do. But I'll get a bit more of this done and bring you back. There we go. SD bird on there. The keyway's a bit tight in there, so that's gripped into that. I don't know why. That's that one that goes on. Let's try this one. That's a bit tight, that one. That one's a little bit on the tight side. So I've probably got to adjust that somehow. See, these I hand filed those in there, so that's probably not quite deep enough on there, and I gauged them against the lead screw, and everything was working. As long as it went on the lead screw, I was happy. But well, that is a nice fit on there for that, so I got that right. Yeah, it looks as though that wants to be a little bit deeper. I suppose I could take this a little bit more, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, if I take that a little bit more, it's only another few passes on there, I'll do that, but well, I'm happy that I can do that. Yeah, I can see there's a bit of a bump there. Maybe that needs a file as well, but I think I'll set up and just take another few passes out of that. But, I'm happy with the progress on that. It's going to work lovely. See you soon.